What's up, y'all? Alvin here, and this is Question and Answer episode 10. I guess I have run out of fingers.
I tell the good jokes.
All right. Once again, thanks everybody for all the questions. I mean, this has been way more than I ever imagined. I thought I'd do maybe 2 or 3 of these, and now we're at number 10. And so far, it seems like no end in sight. Anyway, let's jump right into it. And I want to answer one question that I forgot from last week. And that question is from my old buddy, Terry Arrington. And he wants to know, when am I going to come to Colorado to go ice fishing? The answer is never, which fortunately, he was just joking. He doesn't like ice fishing either. The real question was, when's the best time to come to Texas to fish for redfish? The weather, water temperatures, all that stuff is, prime during the fall. If you can't make it here during the fall, just come on down, give it a shot, and we can probably get you on some fish. All right, thanks for the question. Hopefully I'll see you this fall. All right, so yesterday when I made my little Instagram post, I said I was going to the dentist, and Charlie wants to know, did I have any cavities? And the answer is no. I actually had my teeth cleaned, and the woman who cleaned my teeth actually said for the first time ever, wow, your teeth look great. You're doing a good job. So I guess all this hard work has paid off. Thanks for the question. Chase Rogers. Chase asks questions on Twitter, so I'm always going to answer those Twitter questions because there's just a lot less of them to wade through. Chase's question is, what's better, a fixed loop knot or an improved clinch knot for fishing streamers or poppers? And I don't know if I can tell a huge difference. Typically, I'll go with the loop knot. I'll still throw a clinch knot on there. I don't even do an improved clinch knot. I'll just do a regular clinch knot if I'm just trying to do a quick fly change. That clinch knot is one of the strongest knots out there, and I can tie it super fast, faster than I can tie a loop knot. So I'm not real particular about it. I definitely think you get better action with the loop, but I've caught plenty of fish with just a regular old clinch knot. Thanks for the question. Liver Eaton Johnson wants to know, have I ever been into catching gar? And yeah, gars, especially during the warmer months, they're a lot more active, and we'll probably throw at them, at least once or twice a day. They're pretty fun to catch. They're hard to hook without using the rope method, that is. So you can get them every time with the rope, but unless you're going to keep them and eat them, it's pretty tough because you got to dig that rope out of their teeth. And if you break one off, you pretty much, that's a death sentence for that gar because they can't open their mouth. But yeah, we do fish for gar. They're fun. We've caught some pretty big ones, and sometimes on a slow day, middle summer, gar really provide a nice distraction from the fact that a lot of the other fish are hunkered down and waiting for things to cool off. So thanks for the question. All right, so Yaya Killian wants to know, when am I going to clean my 4Runner? And the only reason he's asking is because his car looks worse. I thought it looked not too bad. I've got those WeatherTechs that keep all the mud inside the floor mat, so I tend to kind of let those get pretty dirty before I clean them out. The outside of the truck was pretty clean though, I thought. A lot of questions about the trucks. I drive a 2014 4Runner, and my wife has a 1997 Tacoma that she bought in 1998. It's got like 330,000 miles on it. Daily driver, runs like a top. So definitely big Toyota fans over here at our house. So another Toyota question from Dusty Junk wants to know, which one's better, the 4Runner or the Tacoma? I'm going to have to say at this point the Tacoma, because the Tacoma has definitely proved its worth. The 4Runner is a bigger truck, more power, and I really love the 4Runner, but it's really kind of hard to say that the Tacoma is not a better truck, because it's just been through so much more and it just proved itself in reliability. So for now, the Tacoma's better. Check back in 10 years and maybe we'll decide that the 4Runner's better. Who knows? Thanks for the question, though. All right, this is an awesome question from Rick Hader, and he wants to know, do river bass go through cycles of migration like lake fish? And he's talking about whether the fish hang in different parts of the river during different times of the year, and that is definitely true. So during the summer and the winter, they tend to go a little bit deeper where the water temperature is a little bit more stable. During the winter and the summer, we'll tend to fish sinking lines, dredging the bottom of the river, and then kind of when the weather is warmer but not cold, we tend to fish the edges, the shorelines, the shallow structure. But yeah, just like, bass and most other fish, they will definitely want to be in certain areas, different times of year, based on water temperature mostly. They just want to be comfortable, kind of like me, That's why I don't spend a lot of time in those western states during the winter. I like it here in the South in Texas. It's nice and warm. Thanks for the question. All right, Ditch Fishing Flies wants to know, what's the sickest band you got to play a show with? I got to do a lot of shows with a lot of really cool bands, some of them that I can't even remember the names of, so I know nobody's ever heard of them. There's the stories of the Nirvana, playing with Nirvana, stuff like that. People like that story. I think I told that in one of the other question and answers. I'm going to say the sickest band ever is a band that probably nobody's ever heard of, called Trulio Disgracious. Trulio Disgracious is like this, or used to be this Hollywood supergroup. So it had members of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Fishbone, Wasted Youth, just a bunch of random kind of Hollywood dudes. And it was like a big party band. And I think at the time they played with us, they actually found out we were playing in LA and Hollywood and called the club and said, hey, we want to open for Bad Mother Goose. And which is great because they were playing and tons of people showed up to see them and hung around and watched us as well. But I think at the time, maybe Norwood from Fishbone was in the band. Flea from the Chili Peppers was in the band. He actually played trumpet. And that was the thing, like everybody in Trulio Disgracious, at least as far as I understood it, didn't play their instruments that they played in their main band. They played some other instrument. And there was like a bunch of people, like 10 or 15 people on stage. So that's probably the sickest ever, because I was like, whoa, this is just unbelievable. And I wish there were some video or at least some photos of it, but as far as I know, there's no record of it, but it happened. Thanks for the question. Some of these Instagram handles are hilarious. So, Fat Boy on the Fly. His question is, fellow Texan here, since you live in Texas and used to guide in Colorado, do you prefer the hill country / coast or the mountains? I love some cool, running, babbling water. Well, I've been asked this a lot and I've thought about this a lot. And the honest truth is, if I could only fish in Texas for the rest of my life, I would be completely happy. I love fishing for trout out west and I love being able to travel some of the other places I've been able to go and fish. But I am more than satisfied with just being here in Texas. We're so lucky. We've got streams we can fish. We've got lakes we can fish. We've got the Texas coast. We got bass. We got redfish. We got sight casting. We got blind casting. We got year-round fishing. So yeah, I'm going to have to say Texas, which is good because that's where I live. Anyway, thanks for the question. That's an awesome one. Awesome Instagram handle too, by the way. All right, y'all. Once again, there's no way I can answer all these questions, so I'm going to have to answer one more, and then hopefully I'll see you next week. And the last question I'm going to answer, I have actually been asked before, but The last time I answered it, I actually had to think about it for a bit. And this time when I got the question, the answer popped into my head immediately. And the question comes from Dicarn Radfish. I hope I'm saying that right. And the question is, if you could spend a day polling anyone around from the past or present, who would it be and why? I think I said Jimi Hendrix before in one of the other question and answer videos. And like I said, I had to think about that. But this time the answer immediately popped into my mind, and it was my dad. So my dad, he's been dead for a number of years now. He was the person that got me into fishing, and I never really got to show him a lot of the stuff that I have learned over these last maybe 10 years or so. And if I could get my dad out on a boat and pole him around all day and show him, what I've learned and, just spend some time with him, that would be awesome. So my dad was an awesome guy, miss him a ton. And if I could spend one day poling him around, just talking about crazy stuff that we used to talk about, that would be awesome. So thank you so much for that question. That was a good one. Got me thinking. Got some good vibes rolling around now. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye for this week. Hopefully I'll see you again next week. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, please, please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that really helps me out. In the meantime, good luck on the water.